Welcome back once again to Task Farm Uganda. This time round, I think you enjoy where I'm standing. So to all the farmers, those ones especially who are in poultry, where I'm standing, please don't turn the dial. We are going to show you some of the beautiful things that are going to ease your life in poultry farming. So here, where I'm standing, it's a solar dryer. Last week, we showed you the quality material you have to use, and indeed it's here on Task Farm. So we thank God that here we are standing on one of our projects where we have put our quality materials in practice. We are going to look at how different are these solar dryers and why should you build a solar dryer for your farm. Margaret Balka is my name. I'm coming back with Lawrence. When we speak of a solar dryer, we are not talking about putting panels up. Here where I'm standing, it's very hot. It is very, very hot. In that, I think the time I leave here will be when I've cut some fats. But where I'm standing right now is a commercial solar dryer. We don't put panels. All we need is the Cavera. I told you we are meeting Lawrence. So as you see behind me, Lawrence is joining us, and I want to ask him some of the questions before he goes in detail to give you the reasons why you should have at least a solar dryer if you're dealing in poultry, if you have vegetables and other things, especially crops that need post-harvest handling. So before you put me right now, when I stand here, I feel very, very hot. Very, very, very hot. Sauna. But in the sides, I'm seeing a net. Yes. Now someone is wondering, only the Cavera is enough to dry something. No. That is something you shouldn't forget. Are you
feeling some sweating inside?
I want to go out.
No, before you go out, you have to leave some water here. Okay. Now, the solar dryer, we use 3 principles.
Okay.
Principle number 1 is the heat, which you can feel properly.
Okay.
Principle number 2 is airflow. If you listen properly, especially from your hands, you feel some breeze passing through. Now, the airflow helps. You know, the water that's when you put in this particular case, you're going to be drying chicken droppings or animal waste for that matter.
Okay.
The animal waste is moist, so it has water in it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when we subject this compound or this component, the drying component, to heat, we get water vapor or water molecules start to evaporate.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this air helps to push the moisture out.
Task Farm Uganda, we are located in Kabusu, and right now, please allow me give the mic to Lawrence to take you through why you should have a solar dryer on your farm.
You are welcome. My name is Wangechi Lawrence. I am a project engineer working with Task Farm Uganda. Task Farm, we are in Kabusu, Rubaga. That's where our offices are. But of course, the kind of work we do requires us to go into the field. Today, we are in such a field. And in this particular place here, we are inside a solar dryer, which is going to be used for drying chicken droppings. We are looking at about approximately 100,000 birds, which we are going to be handling the droppings. And in this facility you see here, this is what we call a solar dryer. But this one is huge, it's big, because we intend to have lorries coming in and dropping the chicken droppings, or what we call the kalimbwe, and then they move out. So that's why it's much taller. But when it comes to heat, I'm already sweating, and I've just been here for a few seconds. Now, the solar dryer, what is it? And what do we really mean when we talk of solar dryer? The word solar is in relation to the sun. So we are getting our heat from the sun. But the way this structures are made, the way we make them, the way we design them, is to multiply that heat. If the outside temperature is 20 degrees, here I'll have 45 degrees, 50 degrees. So that multiplication of that heat helps us to create more heat cheaply, because we are not having biomass that we are using to create the heat. We are not buying, we are not using electricity to create this heat. This heat is purely coming from the sun, and it helps us to dry the commodities that we are drying. So this particular facility, as you see it, right now it's open and fresh and ready to use. This afternoon we are going to receive the first batch of the chicken droppings from the farm, and then we are going to start drying them in this facility. Now what happens is that if you look this side, you will see we have a lower layer where we have a ventilation down. Okay. Now that ventilation allows in air to come into the dryer. And then up there, I don't know whether you can be able to see clearly, but there is another vent that allows air to move out. So that helps us to fulfill the three principles that are required for drying. That is heat, which is coming from the sun, and then we have the airflow, which is coming through those vents and getting out through that vent up. And then now the water moisture is going to come from the commodity that we are drying. And in this particular case, I think I am the commodity, because water is coming out. So this is how the dryer works. If I can sweat this much within a few minutes, what about when we leave the chicken droppings or the animal waste inside here for a day? You put in animal waste, for example, chicken droppings. In 3 days, you have powder and easy to handle. So that's what these solar dryers are for. And I'm going to request my cameraman, I think we get out of here before we dry also.
Before we go out,
yes, please.
First and foremost, it's a very great job you've done here.
Thank you.
And when maybe, I don't know, maybe because of heat, I don't know, there's a way you were rushing.
Yes,
so briefly,
I'm getting dehydrated.
Yeah, I want us to go to the sides and we show people the net we are talking about. And my question is, why did you decide to use wood?
Oh, okay, that's a very important
Yes.
question. You see, number one, before we go to the sides, chicken droppings, to be specific,
Yes.
is very corrosive. It has something we call the urea in it. It's anything metal. So when you make it with metal, in 6 months maximum, it crumbles down.
What?
Yes, unless you're using something like aluminium. So you either use wood or plastic.
Wow.
If you put metal, trust me, those who have chicken farms know their wheelbarrows don't last a year. They die off very quickly.
That is serious.
Yes, because of the ammonia in it. So the wood, unlike metal, is not affected by ammonia.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
That's why we use the wood. But this wood is treated. Like you can see, it's treated
Is
with
it like
some...
the electricity poles?
Yes, it's like electricity pole. In fact, the same component they used to treat electricity pole is what we use to treat these ones. So they are going to stay here for a very long time.
Okay.
And number two, when you're dealing with metal, if you put metal here, it's going to burn our UV. Because you see, here it gets real hot. It gets real hot. Because we are talking about 69, 70 degrees at the highest point.
Okay.
Now, that degrees, if it sits on the metal, cumulatively, the metal will heat up more than that, and it will burn up the other material that we are using to cover.
How long is our waste going to take in this place?
3 days.
Only 3 days.
It will be dry. But in this particular case, we planned it in a way that, because we are dealing with a large number of birds, house 1 receives the first batch of kalimbwe the first day.
Yes.
House 2 the second day, house 3 the third day, like that. And then because it's a large project, we may not be able to have enough manpower to keep handling all that. So we have given it 7 days. 7 days. So on the 7th day, the first house should be emptied. You see, you have to give yourself time to bring in, okay, they have dried, and then they remove that, take it to the store, okay. Then the following day we have another load coming into that house.
Okay.
So you have to give workers also that flexibility. Otherwise, they'll start heaping it. And once they heap it, it will not dry.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone is wondering, why would I put in all that money for just chicken waste?
Madam, that chicken waste is gold. You don't know it. Right now, you find a farm that uses 1 ton of chicken feeds to feed the chicken, right? 1 ton, those are 10 bags, okay? Then after they have fed the chicken, they just get it and go and dump it somewhere.
Yeah.
Remember, when you dump it somewhere, when it is in that state, it just kills the crop that was there. Because of the other ammonia again.
Okay.
But now, when you dry it, number one, it's easy to handle. Okay, welcome guys. I was dying off there. I had to come out to cool a bit. Now I've cooled and I'm outside the dryer because inside is super hot. We were looking at the chicken droppings, someone who uses 1 ton of feeds, and then the karibu comes out, of course, approximately 1 ton. And then that one we go and dump it outside as a waste product. Now, today averagely, a bag of poultry manure is approximately 10,000 shillings. There are those who sell more, or 30,000 and the rest, but let's take 10,000 as standard pricing. Now, daily you are using 1 ton and you throw it away. Now, I convert it into manure here, and each bag is 10,000. So I have 1 million shillings coming off, or coming from the refuse, or coming off from what I would call waste materials from the chicken. Now that's 1 million shillings to pay your electricity bill, to pay your workers, to handle, to extend your chicken project and the like. Number two, there are also people now who use the chicken droppings to feed other animals like fish, pigs and the rest. All what they need is to process it and add a few ingredients here and there, and they are good to go. So why should you lose that money? Why should you pour it down there in the swamp, down there in the bitoke? When you put it in the banana plantation, it kills them. When you put it in the swamp, NEMA will come for you. Yet you can build these, we can build these structures for you. We have our technical teams. They are very efficient. They know what to do. You just need to tell them, I'm building here, I have this number of birds, and they'll do it for you. Now, these materials as well, we have them at Task Farm. So we don't just build these structures, but we also have these materials. So if you need these materials, you can come to Task Farm and you get them. Now, we were looking at the ventilation, right? Now, the ventilation is where we allow the air to come in. And the materials we use in this case, they are all HDPE. They are materials that are treated to handle weather. Even if the rain rains, even if the sun shines on them, they don't get spoiled. So this is where we have the air. This is where the ventilation that allows the air to come in. So the air goes through there. The cold air goes through there into the dryer to help push the hot, moist air out. And then we have this cover flapping over it to make sure that we don't have any rainwater going inside. And all this is held by this metal here, we call it the profile, and this wire here, we call it the wiggle wire. It's the one that is holding all these materials together to make sure that they don't move an inch. And all these materials, you find them at Task Farm. So,
okay, Lawrence,
yes, please.
There's someone watching us and is wondering,
Yes, please.
which type of net are we using down here?
This is a HDPE net,
Okay.
okay, which are specifically made for farming.
Is it the very one we use in greenhouse?
No. The greenhouse one has smaller holes. And like we explained last time, they are meant for holding or for keeping insects off from the greenhouse.
Yes.
In this particular case, of course, the pests are not going to like in here because it's super hot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what we need here is airflow to enter. So we need something that does not allow flies. Flies are big because they'll go and lay their eggs and get out. Okay. We don't allow flies, but at the same time allows free flow of air into the dryer. But because here we are talking of combination of heat and then what we call generally weather, we need a material that does not die by weather. PVC, these normal nets we use for construction sites and the like, in 6 months you touch it, just starts tearing.
Okay.
But these materials that we use here, it will stay here until you get tired of it. It doesn't die off.
So we give it as many years as
Actually,
solar dryer
honestly,
stands.
I even we at Task Farm we built some for State House, some in 2015. So now it's 10 years plus. And last year I saw our good president going into that very structure that we built, still standing.
Wallace, did he know that you're the one who did?
Unfortunately, our CV was not presented to him. But what we am trying to say is we build these structures. For example, those who want to do coffee shadings or coffee nurseries, that's the very material that we use. Okay. But then we are talking of materials that is going to last a lifetime. And we have them. All these, we import them and we bring them for farmers.
There's this floor here.
Yes.
In my local language, I'll call it a veranda.
It's not really a veranda. We are simply, what we are trying to do, you see, at the end of the day, we want something that is environmentally friendly. Okay? So this structure, the main purpose of this structure is to detain heat inside. Okay? Now here, where we put this little concrete on this level, is to hold that material that even if the water rushes through there, does not expose them off or they don't come off. You understand? Okay. Now, otherwise, the rest of the place, even if you have grass here, we don't mind it. Because for it, it's not inside. It's not going to get the heat. So we should be as natural as possible when we are dealing with these things. We are talking farming, please. Not
we have to be organic,
not a hotel.
At the same time friendly to the environment and healthy.
That's where we are.
By the way, when I reached this site, I was like, this is a very big project. How did you find it?
The pressure is there because you see the farmer needs his things done yesterday, not today. So you have to
that is how much
move with that speed. But our technical men, oh, they are super good. Our teams are super good. They know how to handle the pressure and they can be able to deliver on time. Now, this is a project we've done in 2 months.
Wow.
There was a lot of grading to be done first. There is a lot of concrete work to be done and raising all these structures. They are tall, it's raining, it's wet, but we still had to do it and we were able to accomplish it in 2 months.
How many solar dryers do we have here? And
we have a total of 7 dryers.
And the size?
The size each is 300 square meters. 300 square meters.
Okay.
Yes.
Both? In width
here,
and length?
the width, of course, now those dimensions differ depending on the site and the size of the land available. But this particular case, we are doing 30 feet by 100.
Okay. Because someone will say, those people build only big ones.
No.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. When we are buying vehicles, even on the road, you have small ones, then another bigger one, another one has even a bus.
Don't
depending.
give the example of the vehicles.
Yes. You see, some families are small. We used to have adverts that were saying, have a smaller family that can fit in a taxi. And
which taxi? The one
the 14-seater.
The one of Nigeria or
the 14-seater.
Okay.
Now, but today, our families are 3-4 people. So they fit in a my car. But there is also someone who has a bigger family that requires a bus. It's the same thing we are talking about here. The person with 100,000 birds cannot have the same drying facility with someone with 1,000 birds.
What if my finance is at that level? Is there any way you can help me?
But you see now, the person of 100,000, however much we want to look at the finances, we are not going to tell him to build a dryer for 1,000. It's not going to serve the purpose. Okay. It's like you want to use a small car, again, I go to the car. You want to use a small car to transport 64 people from Gulu to Kampala. It's just not going to work. All right? Yeah. So the best thing for someone with 100,000 birds, okay, 64 people, is to use a bus. At least you hire it if you can't buy one. But in this particular case, we are looking at drying chicken droppings for 100,000 birds. Okay. Someone with 2,000 birds, we also serve them. Okay. At their level. Yeah. Yes, because at the end of the day, we are all on the same journey. Yeah. We need to do this job not only for the big ones, but also for the small ones. All of us, so that all of us can be able to move in the right direction. Yeah, I heard you speak of a rolly entering in a solar dryer. Yes. And I was like, I think Lawrence is not sure. This is it. If you look at the door, maybe we go and he sees the door. If you look at the door, it's big enough, it's wide enough for a forward lorry to enter inside. And not only to enter, but also to tip and pour the refuse.
Wow. That is in
So-
a solar dryer.
In this particular one here, yes. I mean, you can see where the height is. These lorries go, okay, they come in and then they reverse inside, all right?
Yes.
Then they tip it inside and move away. So the labor we are looking for at that point is just to spread it in the dryer.
Okay.
You get it, eh? So, and why we did all this is because you see, at a commercial level, you can't again keep telling people push wheelbarrow and that kind of thing. It becomes too costly.
Yeah.
And also the farms in this particular case, they are a bit far away from where the dryers are. So the lorries pick them from the from the farms and they come and deposit them here and they go back.
Okay.
So this is just a drying facility for a farm, for a chicken farm.
Yeah.
They are not on the same site. So we had to think of a way that permits, you know, that level of commerciality, you know, in a practical way. And that's when we came up with this design. So they go in, they pour, then the workers just spread that, and the lorry goes away.
That is a very wonderful job.
Thank you.
Okay. We are with Task from Uganda, and Task from Uganda, it's a company that I've been with, and I have seen they're generous. When you trust them with your job, they are very, very generous. So I was overwhelmed when I stepped here. And I've been in those short solar dryers, and I'm like, yeah, we are working. But when I reached here, even my cameraman was like, Chichichi, no, that is in Uganda.
The camera
So-
is heating up itself.
Itself. But it is a very, very good project. That is where Uganda is heading. So as we complain, Uganda, Chinyuma, please come and visit Task from Uganda. So here, I want us to first take a break. Yes, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. Margaret Baluka is my name. The last time I told you let's go and have at least a cup of water or a bottle of water because we were drying up. If you look at the setting where we are standing, we are still talking about solar dryer. And why would you need to have a solar dryer on your farm, especially us who are doing commercial farming? And right where we are standing, I'm wondering, Lawrence, after building such a huge thing, you've put a door. I want you to explain to us why would someone use wood and not metal at the same time? Why this wood is not affected? Yeah.
Okay. Now, number one, urea or ammonia in the kalimbwe, in the chicken droppings, especially the chicken droppings, is so corrosive that anything metal, they will eat it. It will just corrode within days and at most months. And for that reason, we cannot use a metallic door. Would actually have been cheaper if we used the metallic door. But now we couldn't use a metallic door because of that reason, the ammonia bit of it.
Yes.
Then now comes to the issue of weather.
Yes.
You have to use materials that are not affected by weather. Yes, even in wood, we have some which are for indoor and some which are for outdoor use.
Yes.
So here we've used a material that is for outdoor use.
So we are sure that it will not be affected by either rain
Or sun.
or sun.
Yes, because first of all, we don't hang them until they are very dry. So we make them, then let them season and dry properly before bringing to hang them.
Okay.
Yes. Otherwise, it would actually be very heavy. Because number one is made from a tree, okay, what we would call hardwoods. And in a hardwood, a good hardwood is very heavy. So that's why they have to be properly dry. And in this particular case, they'll stand here for a very, very long time.
Please give them our contacts for Task Farm and please welcome them to Task Farm.
You are welcome to Task Farm. Task Farm, we are in Kabusu. Kabusu is in Lubaga, which is in Kampala, conveniently located along Kabusu Road. When you get there, you expect us to serve you in the following areas. We do greenhouse designs and installation. We do solar dryer designs and installations. We do irrigation systems. And we also sell to you these materials, either for irrigation, greenhouse, or solar dryers. Now, in solar dryers, they are quite diverse. And in today's case, we are dealing with the solar dryer. They are diverse. They are those solar dryers that we use for drying animal waste, and this is an example of them. Then we have solar dryers that we use for drying coffee. We have solar dryers for drying cereals. We have solar dryers for drying vegetables, fruits, and the like. So when you come to us, we shall be able to advise you on the best solar dryer that you can use for your purpose. Whether it is bread, whether it is animal waste, whether it is whatever it is, we shall be able to advise you accordingly. And in this particular case, these ones are big. Yours may not necessarily be like this, but if it is needed, we shall also be able to advise you. And if you give us the job, we shall be able to come to your facility and install for you that dryer for you. And you'll be able to solve your issues, and you'll be able to ease in your work, you'll be able to make more money, and definitely you'll be able to live more happily. For example, those who are suffering with kalimbwe and the flies in their farms, come to us, come to Task Farm. We shall help you. We shall be able to show you how to handle them and how to make money out of that mess. You are all very welcome. Margaret, do you have another question for me?
Yes.
Yes, please.
My question is, have you ever heard of biogas?
Yeah, biogas. Yes, I know it.
Yeah.
From animal waste?
Yeah. Someone will say, instead of building a solar dryer, let me just put my bio, I think it's biogas is from the other, there's that thing they build for.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Now, actually, I wouldn't have a problem with someone utilizing both.
Okay.
Because you see, for example, those who are not in a very, very large scale like this one, you have your project at home, and you can use the biogas to do your cooking and your lighting at home. So you make your biogas, yes, and then the kalimbu first goes there. Okay, it generates the gas, you use it in your house and for your domestic use. Then the celery, we build for it a dryer like this to dry it. So that now at the end of the day, you have manure which you can be able to handle. Because the problem with the celery, it's the handling. For example, they tell you transport celery from here to Mukono. First of all, it's going to go pouring on the road. That's another problem with the city council and everyone else. So it's not hygienic. So we would make for you a solar dryer like this that is connected to the biogas. So that when the celery leaves the biogas, comes to the solar dryer.
Wow.
And it is dry, and then you can be able to use it now as manure or even sell it for whatever other use. There are those who are making briquettes from chicken waste and animal waste. So it can come off from there, from that point. Okay. So there is quite a lot that you can do with these solar dryers. The other one uses the biogas, fine. Then from the biogas to the solar dryers. Then the solar dryer gives you something that you can be able to handle, something that you can be able to store, something that you can be able to crush, something that you can be able to convert with other things or combine with other things to make other products.
Okay.
So it should not be limited to just cooking. After cooking, can be used as manure, can be used as animal feeds, can be used as charcoal, the same product. So it's a question of creativity.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lawrence.
You're welcome.
At Task from Uganda, we have decided maybe to change our head offices. Maybe we put them here, but this is just a project.
Yeah, this is a project for us.
What are you waiting for? Please come and visit us. Come and visit us. We are next to Kavusu roundabout. When you are standing, just when you're about to take that route heading to Pastor Kayanja Church, on your
right.
Is from the roundabout.
If you're coming from Pastor Kayanja's church,
So,
on your left,
yes.
please come and visit us. We have a lot of services, just like the way we have many services, just like the
And
way
we'll be able to
Lawrence-
see more when they come.
Yes, just like the way Lawrence was trying to explain to you. For some of you who are saying, those things are for rich people.
No.
We have seedlings.
Yes.
We have seedlings, and our seedlings are very at a low price. We help you with nursery management. You bring in your seeds. If you're not sure of which seeds to use, you come. We advise you on which seeds to plant. And after a few months, few weeks, you'll go happy with very good and nice looking seedlings that are going to yield to you very, very good vegetables and fruits. So, Task Farm, our numbers are down there. Please call us and talk to us, and we shall be there for you. Margaret Baluka is my name, and I want us to call it a day. Thank you for liking, for sharing. I have seen many people are adding these videos to their favorites. Thank you so much, and welcome to Task Farm.